Welcome to the Soul Center in Spokane, Washington, and Zoom Dharma Recovery meetings. So we're all over the place, and I'm so glad to see everybody here and online. Emily, I brought your book today. Should I just leave it here and you can come in, you can pick it up sometime? Yeah. Well, thanks for letting me borrow it. I appreciate it. Sorry for the interruption. But last week I forgot to have us all go around the circle. And so this week we're going to do that so we can know everybody that's going on in the room. So we'll start with Lo.
Hi, I'm Lo.
Melissa.
Garrett. Hello, I'm Mike.
I'm Julia.
John.
I'm Rose.
I'm Pete. Luma here.
Hello, I'm Ken.
Lo. Right on. Anna, welcome. Did anyone else sneak in? Sam, welcome. Okay, Teresa, welcome. If I said your name twice, it's only because I have a hard time keeping track of everybody. And I'm so glad you have I wish reality were this way. I struggle with names sometimes. I just wish that there'd be like a little square on everyone's head with their name in the lower left-hand corner so I could just know who everybody is. But here I am. So the four remembrances. And I was looking and thinking about, to be honest, the first one just really, I looked it up Saturday, and it go, oh, this is kind of what I thought it was. And I remember talking to someone who was in the Thai forest Buddhist tradition of Buddhism, and we were talking about it. It was a big thing, and it was really a neat conversation. So, and then I didn't think about it much. And then today I started thinking about it while I was doing my taxes. And it was a weird dichotomy of thinking. Because on one hand, I owe a few $1,000s to the IRS, which I found unpleasurable. And on the other hand, I was thinking this and thinking about how the first one is to appreciate our one miraculous life. And that's not exactly what I read, but it's exactly what I think. I think it's Dharma. So, our one miraculous life. When I look at my life and some of the things I get unsatisfied with now, I can start with addiction, and even though I have not drank for years and I've quit many, many habits and have not participated in them again. And I still struggle with eating disorder, although I'm taking medicine that's helping me with that even now a lot. It's this understanding of always wanting to be okay, always wanting to be happy. I think somewhere between all the radio jingles and TV commercials and all the billboards and signs you see on the bus and conversations and pop songs and television shows and movies, that I got the idea, whether the culture is trying to tell me this or not, that I should always be happy. And if I'm not always happy, there is something wrong with me. So when I look at the dissatisfaction of my life now, and dissatisfaction in a good way, things that I see that I see don't produce much for my life, it's my tendency, and I observe it with others, so I think it's a common tendency, to want to live my life so quickly, to make my life a list of to-dos, to turn it all into a giant grocery list. I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to get this, I got to get that. And to spend it unconsciously. And with social media and television and radio, I could spend my entire life without ever having any silence whatsoever. I can press a button. Almost literally, button and distraction immediately. And distraction to me is one of the things that are opposite of appreciation. Appreciating my one miraculous life. So I was listening to this guy named Hank Green. They do an educational channel called Crash Course, and Hank did a lot of the science stuff. And Hank, he's just doing this little talk. And this says out of nowhere, he just blows me from just sitting there and, oh, this is pretty interesting. And like, I'm being productive because I'm a teacher, but I'm also being a little distracted and entertained, which is not bad. But he just says all of a sudden, you ever thought how crazy it is that there's anything? I'm like, oh, no, why did you do that, Hank? Because now my brain's going, because I think I got it. I think it's a thought he's had sometimes. How crazy is it that there's even anything? And I know what he means by that. So, let's say I am a fundamentalist, whatever. Christian, fundamentalist, Jewish person, fundamentalist, Muslim, any religion that has a belief, it could be the sky god, Tengri, that the Mongols worshipped. And they would say that, well, this god came and created everything. And then my brain will go, well, where did this God come from? Well, that God's always been there. I'm like, okay, but it still blows my mind that there's this God always there, and why would they create anything? Then there's the kind of the dark atheist who believe that there was nothing, and out of nothing came something, and even that nothing was something because it's like quantum foam, and it eventually just caused all this energy to create an exploding universe. It's just one idea. There's probably a couple dozen others that I will misunderstand as much as I misunderstood the one I just explained. But then everything just came all at once. And then there's others, and the Buddhists belong to this train of thought that say, everything always was. There's always been cause and effect. It's kind of a central tenet of it, actually. And Buddhism dodges the concept of God altogether. It goes, oh, the Buddha said, oh yeah, they're gods, but it's not important. Don't worry about it. And I really love that, What's important are the practices to free myself from suffering. Wow. But when I just sit with the thought that there's even anything at all, why are we even here? I can appreciate the miracle of that. And it is something I can never fully comprehend, and I can even appreciate that. Because my capacity to fully comprehend is limited in that regard. And then I think of my tendencies, the things that create dissatisfaction, my desire, I'll call it noise, distraction, and my desire to turn my life into a to-do list, a constant get stuff done, and that goes very quickly, where everyone goes 10, 20 miles over the speed limit, where everyone's in a hurry to get somewhere and in a hurry to do something there, in a hurry to get back from there, and just in a hurry to do everything. I can do that. And I look at that And I think of my great teacher, of just appreciating this life as it is. And this teacher lives in my front yard, and it's a tree. And her name is Circe. And so I can sit on my porch, and right now her leaves are coming out, so I'm not a big fan of the sun, and I sit on the porch, and the sun's hitting my face, and I go, man, Circe, I can't wait till you're fully dressed, so I can just bask in your shade. But she's not going anywhere. And I really do sense a consciousness from a beingness of this tree. So it takes me back, it reminds me of the poses in yoga, the tree pose, which is a pose of balance where you root yourself on one leg, and the mountain pose, where you are just focused on standing firmly rooted where you are right now. I think of those things. So that reminder is one of the core principles of Buddhism, the reminder to appreciate our one miraculous life, because it is really a core of mindfulness. And right now I want to say beingness, because I say mindfulness so much. I think a lot of it just has to do with being. So beingness. Beingness. Here and now. And to be reminded of what a gift that is. And I don't have to be in a hurry, and I don't have to make my life a list of duties. So, I had a whole other chant I wanted to do today, but then it hit me that, what I'm talking about is here and now. So I want to do go slowly, breathe, and smile. So, because that's what I'm talking about, not going fast, going slowly, just breathing and smile, being, and doing that one day at a time. And when Reinhold Niebuhr wrote that, one day at a time, he also wrote, enjoying one moment at a time. Living one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time, right afterwards. Famous German Christian guy. He got some Buddha in there, right? So let's go ahead and do that. And you guys can follow along anytime you feel comfortable. We'll follow up with a few minutes of silence. One day at a time, go slowly, breathe and smile. One day at a time, go slowly, breathe and smile. One day at a time, go slowly, breathe and smile. One day at a time, go slowly, breathe and smile. One day at a time, go slowly, breathe and smile. One day at a time, go slowly, breathe and smile. One day at a time, go slowly, breathe and smile. One day at a time, go slowly, breathe and smile. One day at a time. Go slowly, breathe and smile. One day at a time. Go slowly, breathe and smile. One day at a time. Go slowly, breathe and smile. One day at a time. Go slowly, breathe and smile. One day at a time. Go slowly, breathe and smile. One day at a time. Go slowly, breathe and smile. One day at a time. Go slowly, breathe and smile. One day at a time. Go slowly, breathe and smile. Enjoy a few minutes of silence. Okay, we're opening for sharing and taking time to appreciate one miraculous life that we've been gifted with. The chant itself was created by Anne with an E, who's a member of our Sangha here, and created it. And I think it's amazing. I love it so much. And I think it captures a lot. May all places be held sacred. May all beings be cherished. May all injustices of oppression, devaluation, and theft be fully righted, remedied, and healed. May all who are captured by hatred be freed to the love that is our birthright. May all who are bound by fear discover the safety of understanding. May all who are weighed down by grief be given over to the joy of being. May all who are lost in delusion find a home on the path of wisdom. May all wounds to forest, rivers, deserts, oceans, all wounds to Mother Earth be lovingly restored to bountiful health. May all beings everywhere delight in whale song, bird song, and blue sky. May all beings abide in peace and well-being, awaken and be free. Namaste.